what it says is, and this is Apostle Paul writing to the church, and he says, for I say through the grace given to me to everyone who's among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, as God has dealt to each one a measure of faith. Everybody has a measure of faith. And he goes on and says, so if you're a prophet, prophesy according to your faith. If you're a teacher, then teach according to your faith. If you are a servant, or not a servant, but if your gifting is some kind of ministry, service, use that in according to your faith, all right? And you can extrapolate that to anything you want. If you're a father, be a father, a godly father, to the maximization of your faith, right? But what happens sometimes in Christianity is we use this more for a crutch than a challenge. God means it for a challenge, but we say, well, and unfortunately, I hear a lot of people say this just when we are talking about things that happen in life or whatever it is. Well, I'm just using the measure of faith that I have, and I want to speak to that so that people can grow and so people can understand, because we tend to be really, really spiritual, and we should be, but we also have to live in this world. Right? And so if you sit there and you say, well, this is just the measure of faith that I have, you miss the whole principle on the earth. And so, Romans 12:3, of course, it says, you've been given a measure of faith, but understand what it's saying. Right before that, it said, don't be conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. By the renewing of your mind. Not your spirit. Your spirit's not renewed. Your spirit's been born again unto complete salvation, sonship with God, right? But your soul, your mind, will, emotions, intellect, all that stuff, your character, personality, hasn't been born again. Neither has your body. So for you to be successful on the earth, you got to do something with your mind. You don't have to do anything with your spirit. If you receive Jesus Christ, you've been what they call regenerated, reborn into the kingdom of God. But it doesn't change your mind. And God will not change your mind, because what he did and the way he set up creation to work alongside the kingdom of heaven is that you have your own mind and your own ability to make choices, right? And because he said that and designed it that way, he won't change it. Now, many people, you'll hear them, unfortunately, many leaders in churches, pastors, whatever it be, will say, well, God can do anything he wants. True, but too little information. That doesn't carry an understanding of the character of God and how he operates in creation. If you say that, you really say that out of misunderstanding. And you're going to be left lacking if you believe that.